Stories of Nationalism. These are our three topics: Canadian Confederation, German unification, and Aboriginal nationalism. In this video, we will be presenting these three examples of nationalism and use them as evidence to answer the questions. How can an understanding of nationalism in the past help us make the sense of today? Let's get into it. First, we need to mention Canadian nationalism. This answers the driving question: how can an understanding of nationalism in the past help us make sense of it today? Well, Canadian Confederation helps us see how nationalism can form a union. Nationalism can form a union, a power, or a bond. We see this daily, people coming together over the love of their country and pride of their nation. I'll be telling you the story of Canadian Confederation. John A. Macdonald was the first Prime Minister of Canada. He was the leader of the Conservative Party. John A. Macdonald wanted to build a railway from Canada east to British Columbia.
Now we'll talk about German nationalism. Our story starts with a man named Otto von Bismarck in a country named Prussia. Otto's big plan was to unify all German-speaking countries. He started promoting nationalism throughout the city and in rallies. This was how he was going to spread the word of unification. Prussia wanted to ally with Austria as they were the major German-speaking power, but Austria did not accept. Instead, they allied and took over Denmark. Then, Prussia took over France in the last effort to unify. It was successful, and a big part of Europe changed as Germany became its own country thanks to Otto and the Germans promoting nationalism throughout. So what were your thoughts on the video?
It made me understand nationalism a bit better, and I like visual examples, so that added an element of raising it up to a higher level of understanding for me.
What do you find most interesting about nationalism now that you watched the video?
I see that there's an interesting history of nationalism and the way it's played out in different places over the world, different examples of it, and I definitely learned how we have used what we know about nationalism in the past to redefine it in the future.
Now what do you know about nationalism after the video?
Well, I know that it's possible to unite people if you can do it the right way. You can get any group of people to come together, like German-speaking people from all over Europe, for example. And I think that's about it.
Do you think nationalism has changed from what it was in the 1800s and what it is now?
Yeah, I do, absolutely.